Hey there's your Wisconsin wine guy. Isn't that a cool bottle? Isn't that like just a fun bottle, right? Right? So, we are back again with another wine review, and I'm so excited to present this wine to you. For those who are new, these are wines you can find on the shelves, and you may have seen this fancy bottle on your shelves in your local liquor store, grocery store, maybe even some wine shops. I give these wines a taste and give you my opinion, what I think about this wine, utilizing the infamous thumb rating system. Thumbs up says, I recommend that wine. You know, it's a solid wine. Give it a try. You can't go wrong. Let me know what you think. 3/4. You know what? I would bring this to a party. In fact, it's sitting in my wine room or closet right now. And if I had it at a party, I'm going to bring some home and share it with my friends. Halfway, ooh, wow, something about that wine just wasn't vibing, you know, and I'm going to tell you what that was. Why did it not work for my palate? Doesn't mean that it won't work for yours. So you give it a try, and then let us know what you think, or let us all know what you think, and let's have a conversation about it. Thumbs down. Well, as always, that's the easy one. That wine it's just not even a waste of your dollars, right? Right. Okay, so now, looking at this fancy bottle here, this is going to be a wine called Lolea. Lolea. I did some research. Lolea in Spanish, in this case, from Spain, not Mexico, but Spanish in Spain. They're saying that it means translates as to fiesta. You know, and it looks like a fiesta in the bottle. You know, nice wrap on the bottle. But this is like the Lolea Sangria #1. Now they have a whole line 1 through 5 different types of sangria type wine. So this is #1 Lolea 1 through 5. And what's so cool about it? First of all, there's a lot of sangrias on the market. Some are good, some are bad, and some are just, you know, in my opinion, I'm going to put it straight, bastardizing sangria and just making it sweet. We got wine, we add a lot of sugar to it, and just making it sweet. Well, you know, that's not really sangria, because if you had a real true sangria, it's not going to be a sweet wine. It's going to be, you know, more enhancing the fruit and showcasing the wine itself and showing how the two of those elements play well together. And also, if you've been following Wisconsin Wine Guy, you know I don't stand on ceremony. I also am not a wine snob. I like all wines. And that's why I do what I do. I like all wines. I'm going to bring, you know, in my opinion, the best wines, you know, for your buck. So, #1 Sangria from Lolea. This is imported from Spain. Here's the cool thing. Made with 2 grapes. Tempranillo, it's a Spanish wine. Tempranillo and a little bit of Cabernet with orange, lemon, peach, and cinnamon spice, you know, to round out that flavor, make it a fun wine. And it's also in a light fizzy style, you know, so it's like fun in the bottle, right? Right? And you know what? If I can get this wrap off, I'm probably going to keep this bottle, because it's a nice bottle to reuse. Have this nice little reusable closure. Look at that, right? How cool is that? So this wine is coming in at 7% alcohol. All right. Now, here's the thing: 7% alcohol. You hear a wine that has 7% alcohol, you think, oh my God, it's going to be extremely sweet. Not true. If you've been a Riesling drinker, you know, for a lot of years, you know, alcohol, you know, it is a slight indication, but this doesn't necessarily mean that wine is going to be sweet. Okay. So now let's get this a pour. Red wine. Remember, Cabernet, Tempranillo, little peach juice, little citrus, lemon, orange. There may be some lime here too, but cinnamon, all around fun in the bottle. Check out that bottle. That's just such a fun bottle. I want to put that closer so you can see. This is such a fun bottle here. So let me get out of the way here. So check out the color. Color of this wine. You know what? It's a Tempranillo. So it looks like it could be from free run juice, or just, you know, we have this juice left over. It wasn't good enough to make into a wine, but it's probably excellent to turn into a sangria. So that's what they did. So it's not going to have the deep color, you know, of a Tempranillo, but it's going to have kind of like a color of a Cabernet in the bottle. It's not going to be deep purple. We're going to have a nice little, you know, ruby garnet color going on here, but it's not going to be deep. Again, this is a fun wine. 7% alcohol. It's a pour in the bottle. That's what we're looking for. Now the nose. Oh, wow. Ha ha. That nose. If you're into peaches, you got this for sure. How the peach comes in first. You know, then that red grape nose just rounds it out in the background. I'm not picking up the cinnamon. Of course, you know, I'm just so enamored by the peach, you know, and the wine in the background. Oh, wow. I just got a whiff of orange. Holy smokes. Again, it's so cool when you can pick up all these different aromas in the glass. Wow. I still haven't got the cinnamon, but I'm sure it's there. But I'm just so excited about the fruit smells. All right, so now there's the swirl. Isn't that beautiful? A beautiful wine. You can see the little bubbles when I swirl it, the little bubbles, you know, little fizz. Let's give it a rinse. Now here's what I'm looking for. It has a little fizz to it, so I'm looking for it not to be heavy laden on my palate. You know, it's gonna be like nice and light and fluffy. Okay, just beautiful all around. So that's my rinse. Oh, I forgot to even. So I'm looking for that. But let's see if we got some acidity here. Well, I pour some more. So it has a nice little balance of acidity. In this case, you're gonna need some acidity to balance off the sweetness that existed. I'm not gonna tell you that this is not a sweet wine. It has some sweetness to it, but without the acidity, without the fizz, it can be flabby and just like syrupy. Okay, but it has a little fizz to it, has a little sweetness. Wow, that is just so much fun for me. I do recommend, however, you have this wine thoroughly chilled. Thoroughly chill. It's only way you're gonna have fun with this wine is have it thoroughly chill because it's that kind of wine. Pour it over ice. If you want to add more fizz to it, do a spritz in it. Throw in some club soda or seltzer, whichever you like. You know, add a little more spritz to it. Wow. Or how about, you know, pour this and mix it with some cava. Just keep it Spain, right? Keep it Spanish. All right, so let's get to it. So I do pick up some tannins when I do the rinse. There's a pronounced sweetness. Peach comes through, you know, up front. Man, that finish is just nice. You can just really just continue to taste that wine. It's a wine that makes you want to keep sipping, keep sipping, keep sipping. Beware of that, right? If it's hot outside, this wine is going down fast. You see how many sips I've taken those for? I'm going to set this wine now. Oh, man. That's so much fun. So let's get to it. Let's tell you what I think about the wine. Okay. I myself like the level of sweetness that exists here. I like to have fun with wine, and this is wine where I feel like I can have a lot of fun with, you know, especially in the summertime when it's hot out, get a lot of fun with that. You know what? I would even do this if it's like, you know, minus 20 degrees out. Fun in the bottle. So your Wisconsin wine gives a Lolea Sangria #1. Remember, there's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is #1, and they all have a different wrap color too, which is cool. So Sangria #1, Lolea. Your Wisconsin wine guy, you know what? I'm going to give this a thumbs up. And I'll tell you why I'm giving it a thumbs up. Let's not, you can have the sweet wine haters out there. That's okay. Because this wine is not being compared to dry wines. Okay? This wine is being compared to a various range of sweet wines and thinking about others, pre-bottled sangrias that I've had. And thumbs up from this one, you know, but it has a sweetness to it, but it has like more of a pronounced fruitiness, overall fruitiness to it. But if you like peach, and I like peach, I wonder if it's Georgia peaches. But if you like peach, you'll enjoy this wine. But it's the way a sangria, in my opinion, should be. And in fact, when I make my sangrias, I try to reach this same level of fruitiness and sweetness, you know, instead of being, you know, too dry or too sweet. I think it's right in the middle for me. I dig it. So thumbs up for this Lolea Sangria. It's non-vintage, so we won't be talking about a vintage here. Non-vintage on this one here. And there you have it. I'm going to finish my party in the bottle with Lolea Sangria #1. And I want to tell you, as always, let your palate be the guide when selecting your wine. And I will see you next time on the next wine review. Ciao!